Hello world, welcome to the 71st video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man movies and comics. This is the 7th video in my Twitter automation with Tweepy playlist, and in this video we'll be doing a quick video on getting your profile information. So how to look at your own information. And so we'll be using this to send the info to our tkinter Twitter automation app. So I'll leave a link in the description below for that playlist, because as we create a function in Twitter, we're passing it to our tkinter console for Twitter automation. So let's check out what kind of data that the Tweepy API gives us. So we're going to run this real quick. Then move my face. Alright, so what it does is it gives you what's called a user object, right? And so it gives you kind of a JSON file, but not really. And so you kind of have to scroll through this. You can use a library called Pretty Print or pprint, but so you can see the name, the screen name, the location is blank because I have it blank. Your description of your channel. So this is the description, your URL, your follower count, your friends count, and then it takes a snapshot of all your recent tweets, and I think there's 10 of them. Alright, and so using this, we can then extract certain data. So let's look what that looks like. Alright, so my profile name is Brandon Jacobson. My screen name is @bjones6, so follow me on Twitter @bjones6. I currently have 1,011 followers, and I'm following 2,407 people. And as you can see, my little thumbnail pops up, and that's what my Twitter thumbnail is, this little tiny picture. Alright, so pretty easy. So let's take a look at the code real quick. So I created a function called get Twitter info. And so this is the 7th video in the playlist, so make sure you've watched my whole playlist because we're jumping straight into this. And I created a variable called user info equals API.me, right? So this is the .me method of the API, and the API is called here. So when you first start your Tweepy, and you can see this in my first video, you will need the consumer key, consumer, and this is from my keys. So I discuss all of this in the first video of my playlist. But right here, the API equals the tweepy.api, and you're passing it this right here, this authorization. Okay, go back down. So API.me, so it's a method of the API. Then we're going to just get the name. So name equals userinfo.name. Screen name, I wanted to put the on there. So equals userinfo, which is what we just did here. Dot screen name, followers equals followers count, friends count, and then I just printed them all out. These followers and the following are integers, which is cool because that means you could do math on them if you want to see your Twitter growth. And then you also have a profile image, and so that gives you a URL. And to see an image based off of a URL, you will need to import PIL. That's the Python image library, and we did that here. So from PIL, import image, and then we've already imported requests from a previous a previous video, so make sure you watch that one. And then you can do that all in one line. So the image equals image.open, that's a capital I, requests, that's why we imported request, dot get, then you pass it the profile image right here, which is the URL, and then to get it to pop up like we did, you just put stream equals true dot raw, and then you call image dot show. So let me run that again. Okay, so this pops up first, and then this image box shows up. So this is calling it straight from Twitter. Alright, so pretty easy code. And if this is your first time to the video, then it's not going to make a lot of sense unless you followed up until now. So, but when we pass this info on, we aren't going to print it out. So I will comment that out. We're not going to show it to ourselves. So I'll comment that out. And then what we'll really do is just return what we'll really be doing is returning, I guess I can't return that. The name, screen name, followers, following, and profile image. And we will pass that onto our Python tkinter app, which you'll see in my tkinter playlist, which will also be linked down in the description. Alright, so pretty easy. That's using the API.me method. And so pretty easy code. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Please watch my tkinter playlist to see how I'm using this. And leave a comment if you are doing your own Twitter automation or creating your own app. And I would love to see what you're working on. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.